Hey guys, welcome back. Andrew here with Ambient Endeavors, and before we get into it, just want to say a big shout out and thank you to my good friend Mark Johnston. You saw him in the intro sketch playing some bass. Thank you for adding that to the track, Mark. If you're not familiar with his stuff, definitely go check out his channel here. Follow him over on Instagram. I'll drop some links below. He's been a really big inspiration and just kind of a catalyst and someone who's challenged and encouraged me in the process and in writing and production and things, and has been showing some really cool deep dives on pedals, some studio tricks, some process notes, and behind the scenes kind of ways that he composes and writes and mixes, and has been a really great friend and huge asset to this community. So thanks, Mark. So I think we're going to do a little storytelling here to explain how we've gotten to this point of giving away this pedal, the MMK Red Cream Soda. Man, it's been a couple months ago probably. I was on Instagram, as many of us are, scrolling through, and I came across a story by Buddy Blues, another great content creator, guitarist on the interwebs. And he was raving about this Red Cream Soda drive pedal. He had a whole series of stories just saying this is the best thing since sliced bread. And I like Buddy Blues. He's in a very different genre than what I usually play in, although I have a lot of roots back in the sort of blues and blues rock kind of camp as I was coming up learning guitar as a middle school, high schooler. So I'm always kind of curious to see what he's playing, and he's a great player and makes things sound really good. So I ordered one of these drive pedals to see what it was all about, and man, I was really impressed. I loved it. It's a really great sounding overdrive pedal. I can see why he likes it. It really sings on single coils, and I think it really works well even for some of the contexts that I play more often in too. So I'm excited to demo this pedal for you at the end of the video here. And yeah, thanks to Buddy Blues, I guess, for turning me onto this and for making me spend money on it. So what happened was the pedal got shipped out from Alaska. The builders are way up there in Alaska, and it was a week or so out, and I still hadn't gotten the pedal. We were checking tracking. The builder was really great and responsive on Instagram about the status. Kept waiting, and I think about 2 weeks went by, and he's like, screw it, I'll just pop another one to you in the mail. Hoping it wasn't lost, but not sure where it is. So I got the second one in like 3 days, as it turns out, and plugged it in, started playing with it, and just have fallen in love with it. It's just a fantastic pedal. And then, of course, lo and behold, about a week or so later, the original pedal arrives after being circumvented around the U.S., back up to Alaska and whatnot. So we have 2 Red Cream Sodas here, and I don't need 2. So we're going to give one of them away. And that's exciting for me. It's just really cool to be able to get to do what I get to do here, and I want to find ways to say thank you to you all for watching, for supporting the channel, for engaging here and over on Instagram. So this is just a little small way that we can do that, and thanks to, of course, to MMK Electrics for donating this Red Cream Soda pedal to be given away. So check the description below for links to socials for him, to a website for MMK Electrics to go check out this pedal and others. He just makes some really beautifully appointed pedals that sound great. He's got a couple fuzz pedals, I believe. He's got this overdrive distortion pedal. He does almost everything by hand up in Alaska with his wife. They break the enclosures, they paint and screen print on them themselves, and then obviously design and build the circuits for them too. So just really impressive and really beautiful aesthetics on these pedals too. So giveaway, go over to Instagram, find my page, find MMK Electrics page, give us a follow, and I think you tag a couple friends over there, and we'll run that for a couple weeks and then give this away after Thanksgiving. So there we go. We're going to dive in now to talk about the pedal a little bit, and then you'll get to hear an extended sound sample section to see and hear, what this thing's all about. So basically, it's a really straightforward 3-knob overdrive. I think the copy on the website says something to the effect of if a tube screamer and a clown had a baby, and then there's like a rat mixed in there somewhere too. So it really does have shades of each of those 3 classic circuits, and I think is a really, really musical blend of all 3 of those. There's things about each of those pedals that I like, some more than others, and then there's things that I really don't love about especially tube screamers and rats, and I think this pedal does a really nice job of blending them and then also kind of rounding out the edges of some of the less desirable aspects of each of those pedals. So we'll walk through the control set, and then like I said, you can hear some sounds at the end. So the controls here, the shake control on the top left is a simple volume control. Right around noon is unity gain for that. Treble in the middle is a treble cut. So it's sort of backwards how you might think about it. As you turn clockwise, you'll cut treble, you'll cut high end, and so that will smooth out your top end as you go clockwise here. I really think it's a pretty nice, although fairly subtle control. It wasn't as dramatic as I expected it to be, although I do play more kind of humbucker type pickups, but you can get pretty bright, clear, articulate sounds all the way counterclockwise, and then it really warms up nicely past noon and beyond without getting like overly muddy. And then the fizz control is your gain or saturation control. Down the first like 25% of the sweep there gives a nice, really low gain kind of texture. And then as you get up towards noon and beyond, it really has a nice range of like mid gain saturation, really rich and organic sounding. And so I really love how this pedal sounds kind of in the last 50% of the gain sweep, especially. Just sounds really, really full and rich and nice for those mid gain overdrive tones. So you'll hear some of that in the sound samples as we dive in. And yeah, like I said, top mount jacks, standard power, these enclosures, there's like a subtle sparkle to this red, which is really beautiful. And they're all hand broken and painted and screened by Jordan and his wife in Alaska there. So really cool story, some really great pedals. It's also a pretty fantastic price point if you're going to go buy one. They're under $200. They've got some blem models, I think, on the site too if you want to save more money. So worth checking out, and hopefully you will win one of these in the giveaway. So we're going to jump over to the top down. I'm playing my Jennings Voyager Deluxe guitar into the Red Cream Soda, and we're going to add some wood effects down the line for that as well into the 68 Custom Pro Reverb with the aux box atop. Check it out.